Welcome in, Jaguars Postgame final score from TIAA Bank Field in Week 3. Cardinals 31, Jaguars 19. JP Shadrick, Mike Dempsey, and pride of the Jaguars running back Fred Taylor. Coming up, we'll have the first word with head coach Urban Meyer after a Jaguars losing result today. Team played hard, but the fourth quarter got away from them, and the turnovers were key today. That last play of the game was actually the fourth giveaway for the Jaguars offense today. They lost the turnover battle, -3 today, -8 for the season. And Fred, that just kind of tells the tale.
Of course, that's going to always tell the tales. Those turnovers, man. You got to win those the turnover ratio. Saw some good moments throughout the game. Early on, a lot of excitement. The Agnew return, and then even coming out of halftime, the first drive coming out of halftime, you saw him moving the ball. And it just went downhill, you know.
Yeah, I think the pick six really was the killer, right?
The backbreaker,
yeah. J.J. Watt's basically unblocked on that play, and the guys upstairs were saying they couldn't tell if it was Chark or Marvin Jones. Free runner right down the middle of the field. So the play was probably well called, well designed, right time. They didn't execute the block, and he gets in. J.J. Watt gets in Trevor Lawrence's face, and it's still a bad decision on Trevor Lawrence's part there, Fred. You got to put that one in the grandstand. You can't just float it out to the outside the way he did, and obviously Byron Murphy stepped in front, but that really changed. It took the wind out of the Jags' sails to some degree, changed the whole dynamic of the second half.
Yeah, I thought it was a perfectly timed call. You know, they had just run 9 runs in a row, very effective, and I think it was 2nd and 6, right, on that particular play. Trevor has to make a better throw, better decision, better throw. They got to find a way to execute those, block it up first.
I just want to point out, and not specifically Jags related here, that we saw Arizona try, a 68-yard field goal to end the half, right? Which would have been the league record. Well, the new league record is 66. Justin Tucker just hit a 66-yarder on the last play of the game for Baltimore to overcome Detroit, who was bidding for the upset. 66-yard game-winning field goal.
How about that? League record from Tucker today. And the final score here in Jacksonville, the Cardinals 31, the Jaguars 19. Let's go back to the early part of this game today. And, you know, the Arizona got on the board first with a touchdown from Murray on the keeper around the left end. 7-0, the interception, but the defense really kind of stood strong after that touchdown drive. I thought, Fred, in the first half, they brought a lot of energy early in this football game today and really kind of held their own.
Yeah, no doubt they did. What I was most impressed by is the fact that they held them to 0 for 6 on third down in the first half. You had a young secondary out there, which meant the guys up front had to really play well against a very talented and mobile, can throw. He can do everything, Kyler Murray. But they held him down, for the most part early on in the game.
And, Fred, the amazing thing was the coverage. I mean, there were a couple of occasions when Murray had plenty of time and he was just scanning the field and couldn't find anybody who wanted to drive the ball downfield. Really, they hit that one late that he kind of threw up for grabs in the middle of the field. But I thought the Jags on the back end of the coverage did an excellent job for the most part today.
Yeah, on that particular play, that was the first third down execution right there. It was just a toss-up. A.J. Green came down with it. Tyson has to play better in those situations, finding the ball in the air, because that eventually led to a 10-play drive that really opened the game up. And that was the after that play, the game was over. There wasn't any coming back after that.
Final score 31-19. We're awaiting the first word with head coach Urban Meyer after the Jaguars lost in Week 3. The Jags are now 0-3 in the season, and it's now 18 consecutive losses. Arizona now 3-0 in a very competitive NFC West division. The Jaguars offense today, Trevor Lawrence, 219 through the air, a touchdown, couple of picks, lost a couple of fumbles in the game towards the very end. James Robinson today, 15 carries, 88 yards, had a touchdown, and that touchdown came in the third quarter. But then I think the drive after that, Fred, correct me if I'm wrong, I think Carlos Hyde had come in for some carries right after that.
Right.
it seemed like Robinson was starting to really kind of get warmed up there.
Yeah, I think, was it the drive leading to – it was an 8-play, 75-yard drive.
That's the touchdown.
The touchdown drive, he had 6 for 66 in that period.
Yeah.
I thought he was heating up. I definitely thought he was heating up. He's one of those backs that as you feed him, he's going to get stronger, and he was showing glimpses of that. But, after that, they just couldn't sustain any drives throughout the day. I think it was 5 or 6 3-and-outs. Those turnovers you just mentioned, you toss those in there, and you're not going to win any games doing it that way. Quarterback has to protect the ball. At some point, we understand he's a rookie. He's going to make mistakes, but he also has to not set the NFL rookie interception record in the process.
Yeah, it's adding up a little bit now in the first 3 weeks of the season. The positive on special teams today, 109-yard kick 6 at the end of the half.
Yeah.
Another return for Agnew, and Urban Meyer basically put him in bubble wrap in the preseason, saying he's too valuable. Don't want to risk him in the preseason. We're like, really? Really? Well, we're finding out now. He's got 2 return touchdowns, Mike.
He's been fantastic, right? And we had that reputation coming in here with Jamal Agnew. It's not like the first time he's taken one to the house. So, smart to hold him out and not to risk him getting injured on offense for what he can contribute as Fred, a field flipper and a game changer right there. It really helps disguise the fact that the Jags only put up 13 points offensively today. Right. Again, Josh Lambo missed that extra point, and even though you get the 6 free, it still was a bit deflating there heading right into halftime. But Jamal Agnew's been fantastic. What the Jags need to do is force more punts, give them more opportunities in that department because it's tough in the NFL, Fred. These guys on kickoffs don't give you many opportunities anymore.
They're not going to get many opportunities on kickoff returns, although he did break the team's record a week ago. So 2 weeks in a row, he's broken records around this place. But, he's the exciting player, man. If the defense can continue to press upon the opposing team's offense with those 3-and-outs like that, well, not 3-and-outs, but third down stops, and force those fumbles, those punts, as you mentioned, they can flip the field and give the offense a better opportunity as long as they protect the ball. You got to protect the ball. And it's going to be a struggle if we're not protecting the ball.
Yeah, don't have that margin for error to give it away. And even if you forgive the last fumble, you're trying to make a play the last second of the game kind of thing. That's 3 turnovers when it still mattered.
Jaguars Postgame is presented by Florida Home AC. Call Florida Home AC today, official air conditioning partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Plenty ahead on Jaguars Postgame. We'll have the first word with head coach Urban Meyer in just a bit. The Baptist Health locker room report as well. Final tally today, Cardinals 31, Jaguars 19. And this is Jaguars Postgame on Jaguars Radio.
Hi, I'm Urban Meyer, head coach of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Call Florida Home Air Conditioning, my choice for heating and cooling.
For a limited time, Florida Home Air Conditioning will buy back your old, inefficient HVAC system when we take up to $1,750 off your new heating and cooling system purchase. You get a new, energy-efficient HVAC system for as low as $99 per month and up to $1,750 for your old system.
Call Florida Home AC today, official air conditioning partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
When it comes to water, choose our team, the winning team. Choose CGC Water Treatment. CGC Water Treatment works, and it works for DG too, former Jags QB, David Garrard.
If you're not filtering your water, you are the filter. Don't be the filter. Discover the Kinetico difference.
Call CGC Water Treatment at 844-CGC-JAGS or visit cgcwater.com. CGC Water Treatment are proud partners of the Jacksonville Jaguars and your local independent Kinetico dealers.
It's been around longer than your quarterback. When you put it on, everyone knows it's game time. So legendary, it deserves its own Hall of Fame. Members-only jackets, undeniable quality and style for over 45 years. Scratch and claw your way over to membersonly.com. Get ready for football season with a jacket that can only be summed up in one word: iconic. Use discount code Jaguars at checkout for 35% off on all iconic racer jackets. Members only. When you put it on, something happens.
Hey Jaguars fans, tired of being late to the game because you're still stuck in traffic or circling the block looking for a place to park? Next time, join thousands of other Jags fans who already know the smart way to get to the stadium is on the JTA Game Day Express. Express shuttles run from 5 convenient locations, including the newest location at FSCJ downtown. Tickets start at just $8 and are available exclusively on the MyJTA mobile app. The JTA Game Day Express. It's like winning before the game even starts.
Jaguars postgame continues after a Jaguars loss in week number 3. Final score 31-19. Cardinals over the Jags. JP Shadrick, Mike Dempsey, Fred Taylor. Glad you're along with us. Thank you for joining us on the ride home today. Coming up, the first word with head coach Urban Meyer, the Baptist Health locker room report around the corner as well. The Jaguars have a short week coming up. They'll head to Cincinnati to face the Bengals on Thursday Night Football in week number 4. Turnovers are the key today, as we mentioned, 4-1. They gave away 4. They got 1 back. I finally got the first of the year. Andrew Wingard gets the interception, guys, and but it just was not enough today. The strong effort defensively early in the game, but towards the end, like you said, the James Conner first touchdown run on a 5-play drive in 2 minutes, 12 seconds. That got them within 2, the Cardinals. And then that was the pick 6 flea-flicker on the ensuing drive to put Arizona ahead. Well, the Jags then go 3 and out, punt it right back to them, and the real backbreaker to make it a 2-score game was a 10-play, 65-yard drive in 6 minutes, 52 seconds to really ice it away, Mike.
Yeah, well, look, you continue to give the other team that many opportunities. I thought we talked about it at halftime, JP. The defense was by far the story of the first half, even with that return by Jamal Agnew. That was a special play, but the defense was so outstanding. But the offense did a better job today sustaining some drives because the run game did get going. They gave 15 carries to James Robinson, and he really, I thought, delivered in a big way today. But still, you put him out there. You're not putting points on the board. You're not answering the bell when Arizona's getting theirs. And I don't know if the defense gets demoralized. I mean, it was a close game throughout, but Fred, I just think cumulatively over the last few weeks they've been out on the field too much.
Yeah, I think the defense has been on the field entirely too much. The offense has to find a way to sustain those drives, and that goes combination of things, minimizing the or taking the turnovers away, right? Also, from a play calling standpoint, put the guys in position. Preach to the young quarterback, we need drive starters. We don't have to come out on the play action pass on first down and throw it 15, 20, 30 yards down the field. Get the outlet guy, 5 yards. Just continue to move those chains and then build momentum, and then you take your shots. So it's just a combination of things. The coaching staff is brand new put together. Young quarterback, that's just extra work. They got to work harder to get on the same page and be able to execute those different assignments.
Jaguars postgame continues. Final score 31-19. Cardinals over the Jaguars in week number 3. James Robinson's day, we touched on this a moment ago, Fred. 15 carries, 88 yards. They got him a little more involved in today's game, and that's a good way to get him going at least a little bit early in this season.
Right. We had seen a lot of interchanging between James Robinson and Carlos Hyde. And I think those guys work really well together. There was an opportunity right there on the big scoring drive. I think James had it 6 times on that particular drive when he scored for 66 of his 88 yards. Again, just give him the opportunities and get him warmed up, and he's going to deliver for you.
Time now for the first word with Jaguars head coach Urban Meyer, and the Jaguars fall today 31-19, Coach. But, a valiant effort by your team really in the first half, especially from the defense. But the turnover margin is key, of course. We talked about it all week, -3 today. But the effort falls a little bit short in week 3.
Yeah, just upset because we played, not taking anything away against our opponent because Arizona's got a loaded team. That team's well put together. But, man, our offensive line, I felt, controlled the line of scrimmage, certainly when that long drive, and protected our quarterback. And, our defense was playing lights out against a talented team. And then you just got to break that rock, man. We're going to, I'm very proud of these guys. These guys are working their tails off right now.
Urban, you were in kind of a swinging, punching match there in the third, fourth quarter when Connor scored the first touchdown, made it 19-17, and then going for the flea-flicker play. It looked like somebody had broken open downfield. It just was throwing the pressure in the face of Trevor Lawrence there, unfortunately.
Yeah, we got behind the defense, wanted to take a shot, get a big play, and Trevor was pressured, and they'd like to have that one back.
Head coach Urban Meyer with us. Read option a little more in the plan today for Lawrence, and a little more in the running game too from James Robinson. That was an adjustment this week, it felt like.
Yeah, we made the decision to get some air in the run game a little bit, and it worked. And our guys, I thought Carlos and James ran really, really hard. Their post-contact yards were really good. I thought our offensive line blocked well, and tight ends, and that's the kind of offense we want to be, a nice balanced offense, and let Trevor continue to grow as a player.
Kick 6 before half. Don't see that every day. You talked about the spark, but he takes another one to the house, 109 yards, and that was a great moment.
Yeah, he is. I'm glad we got him, and we got him for a while too, because that guy's an electric guy. Even better person he is a player because he works at it so hard. And I've been talking all week about sparks. The thing is, we had sparks all over the place. DJ Chark making that play, Wingard with an interception, our defense, containing a good player for most of the night. We just got to learn to close the game out.
Urban, short week, road trip on Thursday night. How do you get turned around in a hurry here?
Yeah, this could be fast. So we just got to – and these guys played real hard in the heat today, so I got to get their legs back, and we got to hydrate them and take care of them.
Urban, thanks a lot for the time. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Head coach Urban Meyer joining us. The first word with the Jaguars head coach. And Jaguars postgame is presented by Florida Home AC. Call Florida Home AC today, official air conditioning partner of the Jags. We're back with more in just a moment. It's Jaguars postgame on the Jaguars Radio Network.
Jaguars fans, let's team up to make a difference with Selfies for Change. For every home game at TIAA Bank Field this season, your game day selfie with a Jaguars player can unlock a donation to the Jaguars Foundation in support of a good cause. Visit jaguars.com/selfiesforchange to learn more about the impact of your photo and to locate a selfie kiosk at TIAA Bank Field. TIAA Bank is the official bank of the Jacksonville Jaguars, member FDIC.
So as an offense, as a whole, we need to find a way to just all make plays, make the big plays. So constantly, as y'all mentioned, and we'll be right on track.
Where were you on Jamal's kick return for the touchdown? Did you get a good view of it, and when did you think, yeah, he was gone?
Well, right when he touched it. That's my guy, and I know when he gets the ball. And all those linemen were on the field. I was like, it's over. That guy, when the ball's in his hands, and I said this when I first got here. He deserves all the hype that he gets. Because he's he's the best in the league. I think so. I think everybody was. I wasn't too shocked, but it was a great moment for the team. So we just need to continue to feed off stuff like that, and we'll be solid.
Marvin, over here, what do you say? If anything, do you say to Trevor after a game like this? He's probably going to take all the blame on himself with the 3 turnovers. He's a rookie. What do you say to him to make sure that he doesn't let it bleed into Thursday?
Just keep going. And I know the type of personality he is. He'll keep going. So that's pretty much all you say. That's all you need to say. He's very mature, especially for his age and being a rookie. And I know nobody's going to work harder than him, to go on Thursday and put up a good performance. But me as a vet, I say go home and drink some wine. That's what I'm gonna do. All right, go ahead. Take care. Did you say that him go home and drink some wine?
Either you'll be fanning the flames, you can get burned.
Yeah,
I think he's right. There a lot of opportunities, a lot of good things out there, just not enough. And we can't stress this enough. Those turnovers. you can't dig yourself that deep in the hole, especially when the margin.
Players. I just want to win so damn bad for our players and for Jacksonville. You know, our crowd was, you know, appreciate them coming out and the noise and we're going to get this thing going. I know I said that last week, but damn, they played hard. Our players played their asses off today. So just got to eliminate some mistakes and learn how to win. I'll answer questions.
Hey, Coach, you talked this week about needing to get that spark. It felt like that.
Sparks everywhere, man. Just didn't do it.
How deflating can it be for the locker room when you have that sort of energy, I mean, at halftime and you aren't able to take advantage of it in the second half?
That's a great question, and we're going to find out. That's my job, to get them back and keep that energy going, because the energy, I'm telling you, the locker room's as good as locker rooms I've ever had. And I told them that. I appreciate them. We're coming back in a few days here and get ready for a road trip. And they played in heat, played a lot of plays against a talented team and cramping and all that stuff that goes with that kind of a ball game. But I just have too much belief in these players. I have belief that, you know, you think about against who's in that defensive front and it marches down the field and comes slamming off the ball like our offensive line did, and the back's running hard. And we just got to finish it.
Urban, do you feel like you're making progress, and do you balance? I mean, obviously it's a wins and losses business, but do you see progress that you want to see here heading in that direction?
Yeah, I see a lot of progress. Obviously, like you said, this is a production-based business we're all in, and you look on the one-loss column, it's not good. But yeah, I still believe we got a good enough team to make some moves this year and win some games. So I do believe we're making progress.
Urban, is there any concern? Are you starting to get concerned about Trevor's mentality, confidence at all? I mean, I think 7-8 turnovers in the first 3 games.
Yeah, I worry about everything. But Trevor's a unique individual, and he competes competed his tail off. We just gotta. That's something that when something's not there, throw it away. And one of them was not his fault. One was a drop pass. Can't do that with a young quarterback. Can't do that. That's unacceptable. It's unacceptable with an old quarterback, but you just can't do that. And it just drives me nuts. So I'm worried about it, but like I said, I'm worried about everything. He's a unique cat now. I know what he's going to be like tomorrow. Same way he was last week. He's one of the most consistent players I've been around.
You were able to find the soft spots in Arizona's secondary, and Lawrence looks a little bit more comfortable in the pocket. Do you believe it's just a bad, unfortunate interceptions or exhaustion that led to the third quarter explosion?
The third quarter, I can barely hear you.
My apologies. Lawrence has more rapport in the pocket. He looks a little bit more comfortable, and you were able to find soft spots in Arizona's secondary. You were up at the half. Do you think the reason for the end of the third quarter, the fourth quarter, was due to the lack of depth at corner or heat?
The lack of depth at corner?
Henderson and Herndon didn't play today.
Oh, yeah. Worried about that. Yeah. I thought they hung in there, and one, I got to go back. I just remember looking up, and it looked like he just floated the ball in the air, and we didn't make a play on it. Yeah, I'm worried about our depth at corner with CJ and Trey. We get Trey back, and I think CJ's back this week too, so we should be full strength next week.
Urban offensive line wasn't very good, and Josh Lambo, you backed him last week. You have to do something there this week.
You say offensive line?
Offensive line was very mediocre, and obviously gave up a couple of key on a couple of the turnovers, gave up some pressures.
I don't know that. I'll get you more information after watching. I just thought that it was one of the best performances against a good defensive front, pushing the ball. How many? I didn't even look at the stats. 2 sacks, and then one was a pressure on that pick six. We'll discuss the line. I thought, I kind of thought we controlled the line of scrimmage, but I'll let you know on Monday, I guess, when we talk. Lambo, I made that comment, man. The guy he's the hardest working specialist I've ever had, but it's also reality. We're missing extra points, so I'm not sure what we're going to do, but I'm like everybody. I want to see him make it because he works so damn hard at it.
Did you sign off on the flea-flicker before they went out on it?
I sign off on everything. So.
Did you like that play call there? And you said before that if you're going to do a trick play, it needs to have an element of surprise. It's a lot easier to do from your own 20 than maybe the opposing 40.
Yeah, I always tell Bev to be aggressive. As I've always told my coordinators all along the years is, let me be the overruler of, be the aggressive guy. And I heard it come over the headset, and I obviously I didn't stop it. And then I looked up and I saw DJ behind the defense. We were behind him. It was a big one. And then I look up and the ball is picked. So, that's the decision I've made a long time ago, is be aggressive. And, you got to be smart, but be aggressive.
Urban, James Robinson finally breaks out today. What was the conversation between you and the playback here? With the play callers as far as getting him the ball, and how can you evaluate his performance today as well as Carlos?
I thought he was fantastic. He's been practicing like that. He had I thought Carlos ran hard. I couldn't be more, just probably need to give him the ball even a little bit more. But, yeah, that was impressive, especially who you're playing. That team's a good team, and just had them on their heels, and I think it was 8 straight runs, in that third quarter. So, yeah, those guys are running hard, and we're going to continue to get them the ball.
Kind of going along with Mark's question to combine them then. Were you surprised after 8 straight runs that then on the next play the flea-flicker was called, knowing how well the run game was going?
I think I just answered that. You look back now, and it's going to be a hard one to get out of my mind. But it's, you also want creativity in your offense, which I'm always pushing those guys very hard on that. I'm pushing the aggressiveness before every game. I be aggressive, and then if it's my job to say if it's not there, don't do that.
Urban, what'd you see on Agnew's 109-yard return, and what was it like getting that set up when you realized that Kingsbury was going to go for the 68-yarder?
Well, I couldn't believe they were going to kick it. And our Nick Sorensen said he can hit. He saw him in the pre-practice hitting him in the pregame, hit him at 63 without really swinging hard. I've never seen that in my life. So we had it set up. We've practiced that. We worked it, and that kid's a dynamic guy with the ball in his hand. Agnew, glad we got him. The same thing we saw. That's why we went after him in free agency. That's a game changer, and he's an even better guy than he is a player. So, we got to find ways to. We got to get him loose on a punt return. That we haven't done that yet.
Urban, I'm just wondering if you're able to say anything to Trevor, not only after the flea-flicker went awry, but just after the game in general, because certainly he'll take a lot of the blame on himself with the 3 turnovers, even though, as you said, one of them wasn't really his fault.
3 turnovers.
I'm sorry?
That was just 2.
4. 2 fumbles.
Oh, sorry. But did you say anything to Trevor just to make sure that there's not any, loss of confidence or anything, or that
I haven't had a chance. We just did this, and I came right in, so I will grab him.
How about after the flea-flicker? Say anything?
I just grabbed him afterwards. I can't remember what I said to him, but we got a great relationship, and our coaches all do, and the players love him to death. So, yeah, he's going to continue to get better, and we're going to go win a game with him.
Did you feel like that was just one where you probably should have just thrown it away?
I haven't seen a film of it yet. That's what it looked like to me when I looked up at the board. But
Coach, just through the first 3 games with Trevor, just what you can say about assessing his play up to this point, his leadership up to this point, as you look at the big picture stepping into a short week.
Big picture, other than score, leadership, intangibles, the work ethic, the character, the desire to be great, his teammates, his support from his teammates, his support of other teammates. He's a very unique guy, one that I've been very fortunate to coach some elite players, and he's one of the most elite, just the way he handles himself. And like I said, he's a 2nd or 3rd most votes on the team as a rookie quarterback. The players love him. They see what I see. They see what the world's going to see. And that's a hell of a player that cares deeply for Jacksonville, cares deeply for his teammates. It's a refreshing guy to be around every day, and he will get better. I guarantee you that.
with Florida National News. What are you focusing on for the team to improve upon heading into Thursday's game?
Like first, I got to get him healthy, and that was a tough go today. So I'm gonna go from here and just start getting ready for that game. And then my big thing is about just the health. How we're gonna get these guys hydrated up and ready for a good team with Cincinnati. So the focus is just, the focus going into this one, they need some big plays, and we made them. And obviously not enough, so that's going to be the focus. Just need to learn how to, I think twice now, we were winning at halftime, right?
Yeah.
And then last week we should have been winning at halftime, and it's just the second half, I guess, would be the focus, right? So what was the score at halftime? 13-7. Yeah. Thanks.
Thank you.
Thanks, Irvin.
And then picked off by the Cardinals. It was in the hands of Hollister. He bobbled it, and then it was picked off by Byron Murphy, and the Jaguars are turned away.
In the red zone, in fact. Unfortunately for the Jags, the Cardinals didn't do anything with that. A couple more punts, one for each side. And then to the final possession for the Jaguars offensively of the first half. 9 plays, 74 yards in just over 3 minutes. And Lawrence hits DJ Chark in the back left corner for a score.
It's a blitz. Fires toward the end zone. In the corner of the end zone, that ball is going to be caught for the touchdown. DJ Chark. Chark attack, and Jacksonville has scored.
Yeah, the extra point tied at 7-7 at that point. Trevor Lawrence was 6 of 6 on that drive. Then towards the end of the half, in fact, the final play of the half, the Cardinals line up for a 68-yard field goal. It would have been the league record. Jamal Agnew had his heels just off the back line of his own end zone.
He kicks it. It will be short, and Jamal's going to bring it out of there. To the 5, to the 10, to the near sideline, 20-yard line. Jamal Agnew still on his feet. Jamal Agnew broke a tackle to midfield along the left sideline. Jamal Agnew, he's still in bounds. He's still in bounds. He's going to score. Jamal Agnew brought it all the way back. Touchdown, Jacksonville! Are you kidding me? The Jags have taken the lead.
On a kick 6 before halftime, 13-7, the extra point, no good. 13-7, the Jaguars with the lead. On to the second half. Arizona had the ball first. The Jaguars get their first takeaway of the season. It is our defensive play of the game, presented by Kingfish Pest Control.
Dropping against a 4-man rush. Kyler fires deep downfield, and that ball is going to be picked off by Dewey Wingert in the end zone, bringing it back to the 10, to the 15-yard line, still on his feet to the 20.
He's going to leave you wine to drink.
Perfect. I knew you meant Marvin, big wine guy. So, what you got?
Not an ideal, obviously, game, 4 turnovers for you. Where do you go from here?
Yeah, I mean, nothing changes. Gosh, I'm sick because I feel like we should have won that game. But yeah, nothing changes. I thought we got a lot better today, and you could tell there were some sparks. We made some plays. Collectively, the defense, gosh, they played great, especially against the weapons over there that the Cardinals have. I mean, you can't ask for any more out of that. Same thing, it's just got to be more consistent. That pick 6 killed us, obviously. That's all on me. Got to just be smart and eat it, throw the ball away right there. I'm trying to think what else. I mean, it's all there, though. Like you see, we're getting better, but it's frustrating because we got to finish these games. We need to win these. And last 2 weeks, I really felt like we could have won these past 2 games. And those are 2 good teams we played. So it's like we got everything we need, which is great, but it makes it more frustrating because we just got to finish the game. Hats off to the Cardinals. They did a really good job. Second half on defense, mixing things up, got some pressure, did a really good job. But, no, there was things to build on, and we fought. Same thing, we fought to the very end, and it sucks losing, especially that way. But we're going to get better.
Hey, Trevor, 3rd loss in a row, and you're on a short week getting ready for Cincinnati. In this case, does it actually help that you have a game so quick for the turnaround that you can't dwell on such a tough loss like this one?
I mean, it is what it is. We're not going to dwell. This team's been great about just going back to work, and it doesn't really matter if you think about it. It doesn't really matter if you win or lose the game. You still got another game next week. So if you win, you got to go back to work and get ready to play again. If you lose, same thing. So the team's been great about that. I'm not worried about that at all. Biggest thing is getting our guys healthy. I don't really know what that looks like now. Everyone seems to be feeling okay, but just getting healthy because we only have 3 days before we play, 3 full days. So that'll be big, just resting up, getting healthy, and going and trying to get a win next week. We feel good about where we're at. We're making a ton of progress, and a lot of people don't want to hear that, and I don't want to hear that either. Like I wish we would have won tonight or today, and we should have, I think. But it's all about what you do and how you execute, and we didn't finish the game. So we're close. We're getting there, but we're ready to go back to work, get ready for Cincinnati.
Trevor, on the pick six, did you realize as soon as you threw it that it was one of those oh no?
So that was we had a trick play there, and I kind of had a guy on my face, so I threw it off my back foot, and I really didn't see the corner fall off on it there, but I kind of saw him as the ball was coming down, so just not a good decision. But yeah, I didn't really see the guy there. I thought we had our tight end Jake open, and but like I said, it was off my back foot, didn't help, and then got to just throw it away if a guy's close, and protect that. You can't. Defense has been playing great, and just give them 7 points there, which just makes it tough.
As a follow-up, what did Urban say to you after the game just now?
Man, we just talked, and we said to each other, like, we got each other's back. We're in it together, and like I said, we're getting better. And, I don't have any doubt about this team, and, nothing's changed for me. So it's not going back to the drawing board. It's not any of that. Like, we just got to keep going to work, and we're going to win. We're going to win some of these games. So nothing's changed.
Trevor, from an offensive standpoint, you were able to run the ball more today, better today as well. How much of a factor was that in you as an offense getting into a little bit more of a rhythm there in the third quarter? And then, after that, the trouble came back up. So was it simply a matter of just not running the ball enough, as the game went on?
No, I thought Coach Bev called a great game. Like I said, there was a few plays, like the one, what was I going to say? The interception early, just a fluke. Tip goes to him like a crazy play. It's just like unlucky. It's going to happen sometimes. We were in the red zone. Should have had some points there. Then later we were in the red zone again. J-Rob was coming across to try to pick up a guy on a blitz and hit my elbow, like fumble. Stuff like that usually doesn't happen and won't happen a lot. It just happened today, and that was unfortunate. You got to come back from those, though. And then, I thought the play calling was great. Coach Bev did a great job mixing everything up, the tempo, run game, pass game. But like I said, I thought we played really complimentary football in the first half. The defense played great all day, and then in the second half, like I said, the pick six hurt us, and then you get down a little bit, and then we had can't remember if we had a 3-and-out or ended up punting or what the next drive, but then we ended up getting down 12 with 6 minutes left, got the ball back, we were driving, and then had that fumble on probably like the 20-yard line going into score, and that would have made it a 5-point game if we would have scored, and then we give our defense a chance. They get a stop, and we get the ball back with, minute 30, 2 minutes left, and got a chance. So that's just how it goes sometimes, though. Defense made a great play. That happens, but we just got to keep playing complimentary. I thought we did a way better job today than we did the past 2 weeks, though. So we're making strides.
Trevor, how do you assess yourself through these first 3 games, kind of looking back at it? And we just heard Coach say that you love Jacksonville. You want to see this city win. So just what you can say about the city itself, maybe some words to the fans and how you assess yourself.
Yeah, it's this thing's going in the right direction for sure. And I feel like if you're involved with this team, you know it. We all know it. We all believe it. We got a bunch of great guys in that locker room, great coaches, everybody. And the city has been amazing. Just hang in there. It's going to come. So we're all believing it. We're putting the work in, and it's going to come sooner rather than later. So a lot of bright days are ahead. So I would just say, but thank the fan. I thank you guys for. I mean, the stadium was packed when Ag ran that kickback. I guess the field goal back. I mean, it erupted. It was awesome. So we're gonna get there. We're gonna get there.
Trevor, I think the stat is in your first 3 games as a rookie, it's like you, Peyton, Troy Aikman, Blake Bortles with 2 or more turnovers in each of those games. I know your sophomore year at Clemson, you kind of had a similar stretch there. Do you draw back on that experience right now, or are you just flushing all of this and just saying it's just, circumstance, like you said, that the ball just bounced that way in regards to having so many picks?
I mean, yes and no. There was the one bad decision, can't happen. I had one today that's turned into a pick 6. Just can't do that. The other ones, ball security in the pocket on the last play of the game that they ended up stripping. That's one I can learn from. And I mean, you learn from all of them, but you can't let it change the way you play. As far as making better decisions, that does need to change for sure. But I got to be the same guy. I still have to go play. I can't play timid and not take any shots or chances. But no, I feel like I'm learning a lot. I thought, honestly, besides the one pick on the flea-flicker play, I thought my decisions were great. I thought we moved the ball. We executed well. I thought I was a lot more accurate today than I was the past 2 games. And I thought the receivers did a great job making plays.
In college or high school, how would you evaluate your confidence where it stands right now?
I'm the same person. Like I said, that's not going to change. I think that's part of the reason why I'm here. I'm going to be the same person every day. So that's not going to change, and it's not changing in the locker room either. So we're going to be all right.
Are you getting questions over here? Sorry. Oh, yeah. Are you getting questions from friends, family about your confidence, about your mindset at all, and how do you answer those if they're asking you?
Yeah, I mean, people check in, like family and friends, make sure I'm doing good. Obviously, it's this has been different than the rest of my career has gone, but I just tell them, we're good. It's people on the outside typically don't really understand what's in the locker room, the guys we have, and I feel good about who we got, and I know that's 3rd loss in a row, but I know we're heading in the right direction, so I'm not worried. And the best thing is that the team just keeps going back to work, which is cool. No one's coming in on Monday damn, we lost again. Let's go win the next one, and it's cool to be a part of. So nothing's going to change for me. Like I said, I'm always be the same guy, and we're going to get this thing turned around.
Thank you, Trevor.
Yeah, thank you all.
We'll have Josh Allen in shortly.
Orthopedic Institute. Our foot and ankle specialists have innovative new options to help you get back in the swing of things without persistent pain that slows you down. Call JOI 2000 or go to joionline.net for an appointment.
At most sandwich places, asking for more of something is just part of the drill. But what if you never had to ask for more? What if more was just a given? At Daly's, more is what our sandwiches are built on. More meat, more cheese, more veggies, more quality, more taste. All for a price that's anything but more. Sandwiches from Dash, made fresh. Daly's.
At Tropical Smoothie Cafe, one taste and you're feeling good now, smiling wider now, seeing brighter now, bucket dunking now, namasteing now, popping a wheelie now, living lighter now. You're on Tropic Time now. And on Mondays, try our Jaguars Duval Delight Smoothies for $2.99. And you're roaring louder now, end zone dancing now, sipping spirit now. You're on Tropic Time now at Tropical Smoothie Cafe.
Hey Jaguars fans, are you ready to talk some trash? Well, nobody talks trash quite like Waste Pro, the official waste service and recycling partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Specializing in residential and commercial solid waste and recycling collection, processing, and disposal, Waste Pro is equipped to handle all your recycling and garbage removal needs. For service, call 904-731-7288. Waste Pro, caring for communities and caring for Jacksonville.
Welcome back. It's Jaguars Postgame presented by Florida Home AC. Call Florida Home AC today, official air conditioning partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. 31-19 the final. Cardinals are now 3-0. The Jaguars are 0-3. JP Shadrick, Mike Dempsey, Fred Taylor. Time now for the Jaguars Radio Network Player of the Game voting. I get a vote. Mike gets a vote. Fred Taylor gets a vote and a half to break any deadlocks. And Mike, why don't you get us started today?
All right, excellent. You know what? The kick six was phenomenal, but that's not the player of the game right there. Jamal Agnew, great job for the second consecutive week. But, man, we've been waiting for James Robinson, and through no fault of his own, just hasn't had those opportunities this year. 15 carries for 88 yards, 5.9 on the ground with the touchdown, a long run of 21, and he caught all 6 of his targets today for another 46 yards. I thought the offense felt completely different today. It wasn't just chuck and duck the whole time, and I think this is a good sign going forward. You're going to have to lean on this guy, and he came through in a big way, Fred. Easily my player of the game vote.
Yeah, I want to
go ahead.
Yeah,
Please.
I'll echo that too and just go James Robinson. The 5.9 per carry was very impressive. Just bouncing back from previous weeks where we had a few drops in the pass game. Caught all 6 targets that were thrown his way, 46 yards to go with that. Keep feeding him.
Feed him. Feed him.
Feed the beast.
We'll make it unanimous. James Robinson joined us a few moments ago in the Baptist Health Locker Room Report. He is now the Jaguars Radio Network Player of the Game. 15 carries, 88 yards, a touchdown, 6 targets, 6 catches, 46 yards for the second year running back out of Illinois State. If you're looking for the MVP of the truck game, then look no further than Ford F-150. Loaded with impressive capability and designed to dominate work, play, and everything in between, this truck makes tough look easy. No wonder it's the official truck of the NFL and proud partner of your Jacksonville Jaguars. The Baptist Health Injury Report when we return. 31-19, Cardinals a winner over the Jags, and this is Jaguars Postgame on Jaguars Radio.
In America, the future belongs to everyone. So we built the trucks of the future for everyone. Ford F-Series, America's best-selling trucks for 44 years straight. Built for performance and capability on and off-road. Because the trucks of the future aren't built for a few. They're built for America. Ford F-Series. Drive one today. Based on 1977 to 2020 calendar year total sales.
Headquartered right here in Jacksonville, CSI Companies is one of the fastest-growing workforce solutions companies in the nation. As a proud partner of your Jacksonville Jaguars, CSI has the resources necessary to scale with any enterprise, yet they are small enough to maintain the agility, personal service, and remarkable experience they've become known for over the past 3 decades. This is your workforce and your business reimagined. Visit CSICompanies.com to learn more.
Your family isn't like anyone else's. Your home shouldn't be either. At Dreamfinders Homes, you can build the home of your dreams in one of their 30-plus communities in Northeast Florida. Choose from luxury single-family homes or maintenance-free townhomes from the 200s. Dreamfinders specializes in homes built to fit your lifestyle. To find out more, call 904-738-0165 or visit dreamfindershomes.com. Brooks Rehabilitation is looking for exceptional nurses who want to work where miracles happen. They're hiring for RN, LPN, HHA, and CNA positions across their inpatient, skilled nursing, and home healthcare settings. Brooks nurses serve as leaders, advocates, change agents, and care coordinators for their patients. They offer flexible schedules, career advancements, and continuing education, competitive pay, plus bonuses, shift premiums, and sign-on bonuses. Apply now at brooksrehab.org/nursecareers.
How far should we go? When it comes to the health of children, we will stop at nothing, focusing on prevention as much as cures. Working with community leaders, educators, policymakers, to make every child's world a place for them to thrive. Going to the nth degree and beyond. Nemours Children's Health, well beyond medicine. Join the journey at nemours.org/beyond.
You're beyond busy. Between work and the kids, the dogs and the cat, let us help. With Publix Delivery powered by Instacart, you'll get the items you need from the store you know. Just shop online, select the time you'd like your order delivered, and grocery shopping is done, giving you more time to take care of everything else.
Publix Delivery, powered by Instacart. Visit Publix.com/delivery to shop now. That's Publix.com/delivery. Item prices vary from in-store prices. Service fees may apply. Available in select zip codes. Publix, where shopping is a pleasure.
Jaguars postgame continues. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Jaguars radio network. Jaguars postgame presented by Florida Home AC continues. JP Shadrick, Mike Dempsey, Fred Taylor. After a losing result today, 31-19, the Cardinals over the Jaguars. And let's get now to the Baptist Health injury report. Baptist Health changing healthcare for good. A couple of notables today. Cam Robinson with a shoulder issue in the third quarter was questionable. Andrew Norwell had a leg issue, was questionable, was actually back in the game later. A.J. Cann was out for a very short period. So those are the few notables, at least, that we saw today, Mike.
Yeah, well, the one concern is it's quick turnaround, right? So you don't know if any of this stuff's going to linger. You got the Thursday night game, and that's it. But for the most part, knock on wood, they've done a pretty good job avoiding major injury this year. Travis Etienne being the notable exception in the preseason, but other than that, it hasn't been a pretty heavy injury report after every game so far, Fred.
Right. Just going back to what you mentioned Thursday night, that's the toughest part about whatever injuries that might pop up on the list. Then you throw on the fact that it's an away Thursday night game, so it's actually a little shorter.
Yeah.
The traveling, the logistics behind that, and making sure you don't know who can go, if it's a game day, all that different stuff. So a lot of decisions got to be made in a very short amount of time.
I was going to ask you, Fred, how many times did you have to turn around and play a Thursday night game in the NFL? If you, off the top of your head, do you remember? And what did you do personally after running the ball effectively on a Sunday and then running the ball effectively again on a Thursday? That's a really quick turnaround. What did you do?
Well, I'm not sure of the exact number, JP, but what I would always do is obviously you have to make sure you're in the cold tub right after the game. Like right now, hop in the cold tub, make sure you do whatever you can to maintenance, try and get the recovery. Hydration is always going to be key, and Coach Meyer, he mentioned that. And it's just being able to put your legs up. But the coaches, they got to create a schedule for all of the guys, where I think because it's a short, condensed week, you have just the install. Guys got to get those mental reps and be very sharp at those. The walkthroughs. The walkthroughs are also very vital, making sure there's no horse playing. A lot of times in the regular week, guys get in the back and kind of drift off and not always pay close, razor-sharp attention. But in a short week, everybody got to be, operating with a sense of urgency from the training room, the coaches, the people up front, because they still got to work people out and look. There'll be some workouts tomorrow for sure. So short week, man, they just got to focus and get ready to go play. No excuses. Got to be ready.
Got to have it. Short week coming up. We'll come back in a moment and preview that game. Another matchup of number one overall pick quarterbacks. Second week in a row that Trevor Lawrence will face a former number one pick. The Jaguars and the Bengals coming up Thursday night. Jaguars Game Day radio broadcasts are presented by ViStar Credit Union. This is Jaguars Postgame on the Jaguars Radio Network.
Jaguars fans, let's team up to make a difference with Selfies for Change. For every home game at TIAA Bank Field this season, your game day selfie with a Jaguars player can unlock a donation to the Jaguars Foundation in support of a good cause. Visit jaguars.com/selfies for change to learn more about the impact of your photo and to locate a selfie kiosk at TIAA Bank Field. TIAA Bank is the official bank of the Jacksonville Jaguars, member FDIC.
Move day is on the 20, the 10. Yes, another successful move to a new home. I tell you, folks, I've never seen a team more prepared than the Move Day crew. With a dominating lead in training, trust, and moving efficiency, it's no wonder why Move Day is the official moving company of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Track your goods online and get updated play-by-plays throughout your move process. While the Jags are moving the chains on game day, they're here to help you on moving day. Call 844-MY-MOVE-DAY or visit MoveDayMovers.com.
If something's been hurting, aching, or bothering you, don't ignore it any longer. It's time to take care of your health again. It's time to make an appointment with a Baptist Health primary care doctor or specialist. Call 904-202-4U to schedule a virtual visit or see a doctor in person at a Baptist Health location. The time for better health is here. Call 904-202-4YOU or visit getbetterjacks.com.
It's a force that can't be contained. Propelled by purpose, pride, and the power to protect. When winning isn't just the mission, it's your passion. You pursue it. You make power plays. You pick your team. At Farrah & Farrah, we deliver game day energy 24/7. Jacksonville.
Jaguars postgame presented by Florida Home AC. Call Florida Home AC today, official air conditioning partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Jags, as Urban Meyer said to us earlier, still trying to break that rock. They're getting closer, it felt like, in moments today. The defense played hard. They were good on third down defensively. They had moments in the running game today. They had a 2-score lead in the second half of this game, but let it slip away in the fourth quarter and were unable to hang on. And the turnovers were the key. 4-1, the turnover battle lost today. And now -8 for the season. And now a quick turnaround. Thursday night on the road, Cincinnati, Joe Burrow and the Cincinnati Bengals.
Cincinnati coming off of an impressive win against Pittsburgh today. This is not your dad's Cincinnati Bengals, unless your dad was watching it back in the 1980s when they made a couple of Super Bowls, which is possible. But I think one thing, Fred, that the Jags have to be careful of, week 1 you had the performance. Week 2 got a little better. Week 3 got a little better. It doesn't always go with that steady progression in the NFL. It's not like you're just going to build on what you did last week and you're naturally going to be that much better the following week. You got to make sure you don't have that backslide,
This game feel like progress at all? Or how would you assess it?
I mean, the score is going to dictate, wins or losses or whatever. But, man, I feel like as a group, as a team, man, I feel like we took that next step. We just got to finish. You know what I'm saying? We're a young team, but I'm tired of hearing we're a young team. You know what I mean? We just got to learn how to finish. But it's coming soon. Like, that's what I've been telling everybody, man. We play Thursday. That probably could have been the best thing to happen to us as a team, as players, individually, as coaching staffs, and as an organization, that we play Thursday, man, because we know we should have won this game. And it's over. Now we can move on quicker, faster, and just worry about the next one.
All right, Melissa Thomas with Florida National News. What is your focus and priority in terms of Thursday's game, like in terms of what you want to improve upon?
To win. That's as simple as that, man. Our focus coming into Thursday, man, is to win. We got the tools, we got the players, we got the pieces, man. We got everything that we need inside this building every day. We just got to win. And that's our focus, and that's what we're going to focus on this week.
Hi, Josh. How do you balance the need for patience, almost with a young team, a rookie quarterback, new head coach, but also and you've been here, how bad this city wants to win? How hard is it to balance that?
Man, we all want to win. We want to win for ourselves, man. A lot of these players, I was telling Amy before here, man, we got a lot of new faces. You know what I'm saying? That hasn't been a part of losing. So, we bring in all this talent and we bring in all these players in and bring all these coaching staffs in, and they're used to winning. You know what I'm saying? So, like, that drought and all that, whatever, I don't care about that. They don't care about that. We worrying about ourselves now, playing game by game by game by game. It's not the outcome that we need, but hell, we moving on to the next one. We play Thursday. We're going to execute. I know we got a young team. I mean, you see all the plays people was making, you know what I'm saying? Like Jamal taking 109 yards. You know what I'm saying? All pro. All pro. He's all pro. You know what I'm saying? I just want to get that out there. Like, we got playmakers. Like Coach Urban talks about that spark. We got spark. You know what I'm saying? We got the turnovers. Our defense is flying around, making plays. You know what I'm saying? We getting better week in. We just got to learn how to finish and win. That's what we need to do, and that's what we're going to get better on.
I'm not trying to give you a consolation trophy or anything like that, but still, you guys are down 2 cornerbacks against a team that's got as many weapons as anybody in the league, against a quarterback that's hard to catch. And for the most part, the secondary covered well, and you guys got some hits on them, and you got to Kyler a few times. So it's not the result you wanted, but given the circumstances and the team you were playing, it was still a pretty good game overall for the defense.
Yeah, I feel like, as a defense, man, we're really harder on ourselves. You know what I'm saying? So our job and to us to improve week in and week out, to get better, to communicate better, to play together more, to celebrate when one of your teammates make a play, to do that more. And that's what we're seeing week in and week out. And that's another great thing about what we're going in this week. We play Thursday, man. You know what I'm saying? We played our butts off today, but today's today. We lost, you know what I mean? And then now we play Thursday. We can focus on that. We can fly around, get our body back right, and go make some plays even more. So, we just got we got to win. Got to win.
Hey, Josh, you guys talked a lot this week about the spark. Can you take me through that wave of emotions when Jamal Agnew returns that kick 109 yards? You guys come out after the half. Dewey gets the pick, and then to getting here now?
That was a spark. You know what I'm saying? That's one of the prime examples of what we needed at that time. You know what I'm saying? It was a momentum changer into the half. You know what I'm saying? And when I was out there, I was like, damn, he about to make it. I'm like, damn. I'm looking back where he kicked it from. I'm like, hey, he about to make it. And then all I see is Maul just take it out. And I turn around, get your block. You know what I'm saying? Do your part, do your job, competitive excellence. You know what I'm saying? If we don't all do our job, Jamal don't do his job. You know what I'm saying? And that's just that's just an example of us playing as a team, playing as one, and playing for each other. You know what I'm saying? People could have been selfish, getting blocks in the bags, whatever, crackbacks or whatever. But no, everybody did their job. We wanted him to succeed. And, he did what he was supposed to do. It was make a play for us, and that's what we needed. We came out second half, man, still on it. They're trying to go tempo, whatever. But, you know what I'm saying, we still strong on D, and, we was getting the stops we need. You know what I'm saying? So we just got to keep that momentum going. But it felt great. And, that's what I loved about, today, because we had a taste of what it's supposed to feel like and what it's going to feel like around here. And that's what I love to see. You know what I'm saying? It felt great. Just taking that storm. Yeah, offense did whatever, but we know we're going to hold ourselves. And that's what I love about this team, and that's why I feel like we're going to get better, and we just gelling together and just stay one.
Josh, just what you can say about Urban Meyer through these first few games, just what he's meant to this team going into the season, and despite starting 0-3, just what you can see from him leadership-wise.
Man, he trusts us. You know what I'm saying? Like, when the ball snaps, it's in our hands. You know what I mean? And we go out there and we want to play. We play to win. You know what I'm saying? We play for him. You know what I'm saying? He installs culture. He installs competitive excellence, effort. You know what I'm saying? Relentless effort. +2 to the ball every play. And we know that. And, so that culture and that coaching that he gives us, we play with it every play. You know what I'm saying? It just dictates on us to make the play as a defense or as an offense, as a special teams. You know what I'm saying? To do our job. It's on us. You know what I'm saying? But as a leader, man, he puts us in the right positions. He says the right things. He gets me turned. He gets the whole team turned. You know what I mean? So we just got to get better as a team, man, and just focus on Thursday, man, and get this win.
Josh, Dave Tolliver, WECC Radio. You kind of started talking about it a minute ago. You were on that special teams play for the kick six. What's your plan in that situation? Like, you made the final block that set him free, right? So what are you thinking as you're running down the field ahead of him right there?
Man, so, which is kind of crazy. I was literally thinking about this. So when he scored the kickoff return last week, one of our players, Chappelle and Deuce, made a great block to sell him home. You know what I'm saying? So, like, when I'm seeing him, because like I said, I'm like, dang, he about to make this. And he takes it out, and I'm like, okay, who do I do? You know what I mean? And so, like, in my mind, I'm like, what would Deuce do? You know what I mean? Get a block, do your job. You know what I'm saying? Like, make a play for your player, you know, for your teammates, and just go win. Don't do nothing stupid. Get you a good block. You know what I'm saying? Let it go free. So, you know, I did my part. Everybody did their parts, and Jamal did his part. And, you know, he's a dynamic player, man. He's great to have. He's a, you know, they ain't about to kick to him no more. I tell you that for sure. You know what I'm saying? But when he do, he makes every one of them count as the last one. So, you know, we needed that at that time, man. That was great. Great feeling to go in the locker room with that lead and just to go with that momentum. You know what I mean? Defense was out. We was already turned the whole game. And, you know, just to go out there and play and have fun. Now we can fly around and, you know what I'm saying, do what we need to do. So kudos to him, man, and everybody that made that block. And like I said, man, we got to make a play.
Thank you, Josh.
Yep.
Appreciate you, Josh.
If you got to take some of the burden off of him on offense, let those guys go to work. James Robinson certainly showed that he's still a factor. And so, yeah, I think it is a building block for next week, and next week comes fast with a Thursday night game.
Jaguars had a kick six today, Bucky. Don't see those too often. Right before halftime, a 68-yard attempt. Sometimes you get what you deserve when you're trying a 68-yard field goal, but Agnew and the return team did a great job against a group that's not, the field goal teams are not used to going down and covering kicks. Either way, it's an incredible play, and that was a huge moment in the game for the Jaguars today.
Yeah, huge moment for the game. Look, Jamal Agnew has been as good as advertised. He's been worth every penny that the Jaguars spent on him because he has been a difference maker. That kick six was huge, even though we missed the extra point after that. Like, it was huge because, man, you go into halftime with the lead. You go in feeling good about yourself and where you are. The fact that they executed it, because it wasn't just a random fly-by-night play that they took all the way back, but you could see the blocking. You could see the wall. You could see Jamal Agnew take it exactly where he's supposed to. It was a big play. It was silly for them to really try from that far. I say that then later today, Justin Tucker hit a 66-yarder to win it against the Detroit Lions. And so who am I to say that kickers can't kick that far? But it was a huge play for the Jaguars. Gave them a ton of momentum. And it was something that, look, it was desperately needed at the time because to have confidence, to have that good feeling going into the locker room did a lot for the morale of the team.
All right, phone lines are open, 904-355-NFL1, 904-355-6351. We'll be here until about 6 o'clock taking your phone calls. More with Bucky Brooks and Mike Dempsey. I'm JP Shadrick. Final score 31-19, Cardinals over the Jags. And this is the Scoreboard Show on Jaguars Radio.
Why live with foot or ankle pain? If you have persistent pain, numbness, tingling, burning pain on the bottom of your foot, or swelling that doesn't improve with home treatment, it may be time to see Jacksonville Orthopedic Institute. Our foot and ankle specialists have innovative new options to help you get back in the swing of things without persistent pain that slows you down. Call JOI 2000 or go to joionline.net for an appointment.
In America, the future belongs to everyone. So we built the trucks of the future for everyone. Ford F-Series, America's best-selling trucks for 44 years straight. Built for performance and capability on and off-road. Because the trucks of the future aren't built for a few. They're built for America. Ford F-Series. Drive one today. Based on 1977 to 2020 calendar year total sales.
This is Ice-T, Stone Cold Steve Austin, and Matty Ice.
This is a cold call.
I convinced NFL teams to turn to cold water washing with Tide.
The NFL, your uniforms get dirty.
Tide can handle it, even in cold. Plus, if fans join in, they can save up to $150 on their energy bill.
Looks like you just made the team, rookie. Turn to cold with Tide.
And that's the bottom line.
it's got to be Tide. Energy savings based on average when switching from hot to cold and non-HE machines.
Fans like you have been told that going all out is going too far. But fans like you know better. You're the kind of fan who loves the team as much as your pet, who paints yourself for game days and dyes your pet's fur to match. You are a rare breed. You are a pet fanatic, equal parts pet obsessed and diehard sports fan. At Pet Paradise, they're crazy about pets too. The official pet care provider of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Pet Paradise. It's a new day in pet care.
At Tropical Smoothie Cafe, one taste and you're feeling good now, smiling wider now, seeing brighter now, bucket dunking now, namasteing now, popping a wheelie now, living lighter now. You're on Tropic Time now. And on Mondays, try our Jaguars Duval Delight Smoothies for $2.99. And you're roaring louder now, end zone dancing now, sipping spirit now. You're on Tropic Time now at Tropical Smoothie Cafe.
Jaguars fans, here's a great way to pay with pride wherever you go. Exclusively from TIAA Bank, the Jacksonville Jaguars Visa debit card comes with a fierce look and fantastic features, along with the convenience to make purchases online or at millions of locations worldwide. And it's yours, free, when you open a Yield Pledge checking account. Order yours today. Visit TIAABank.com/JagsCard. TIAA Bank is a division of TIAA, FSB, member FDIC, and the official bank of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
The Jaguars Scoreboard Show continues right now.
355 NFL 1, the number 355-6351. Final score 31-19. JP Shadrick, Mike Dempsey, Bucky Brooks along with us. Phone lines are open, Mike.
Indeed they are, and that number again, 355-6351, and wouldn't be the post-game scoreboard show without Sakib on the south side starting us off. Hello, Sakib.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey, man.
Listen, you know, even though we played really good in the first half, but can you explain to me, just being a fan of this team as long as I have, why do offensive coordinators come here in Jacksonville just think that they can do trick plays when this team is not as good to do those trick plays right now? I don't understand. You run the ball really good before that. Keep doing what you're good at with James Robinson and Carlos Hyde. I don't understand why it's doing all this funny stuff right now, and we're just not that good right now, and we're just not that good. Can you explain to me why the offensive coordinator think that's just a great idea to do that with a rookie quarterback and everything? I don't understand this.
What do you think, Bucky?
Oh, well, look, man, we briefly talked about it. I understand Skeeb's concerns about that. They're looking for a play. They're looking for a big play. They're looking to try and juice up the crowd, try and get everything going, try and strike right back to kind of infuse some energy into the sideline, get the team going. And unfortunately, when those things don't work out, we sit and criticize it and talk about it. I do understand they were able to run the ball successfully, and there's a part of me that would have liked to see them kind of continue to hammer the defense, kind of wear them down a little bit, see if you can drain the clock and make it a shorter game. Look, they went for it. It didn't work out. And so all their armchair quarterbacks, including myself, are going to take shots at them. And so it's one of those things when you're a play caller, when you dial it up, like you have to know that you may be subject to criticism when it doesn't work out.
Well, what if they block J.J. Watt there, Bucky?
I mean, that certainly would help. It's not hard to find. He's there, three-time defensive player of the year. You certainly should be mindful of where he is at all times. And you're going to leave him unblocked or let him have his way, it's going to be a problem. And we've seen him do it time and time again when he was with the Houston Texans. He now does it again with the Arizona Cardinals.
Yeah, if they block him, he's open down the field, Mike.
Yeah. And look, I think, too, the trick play, like it'd be one thing, when Skeep says, hey, you're running the ball well, that's why that trick play has a chance to work, because they've got to respect James Robinson on that play, and he turns around and pitches it back. And, again, the guys with the overhead view of it said that they had a man streaking right down the field. I know Jeff thought it was Chark and Tony thought it was Marvin Jones. I haven't seen it. But regardless, you got to block the guy. If you execute that play, that could be a touchdown. So I guess I'm a little bit I'm not upset with the play call. I'm upset more with the execution of it.
Yeah. Didn't work out. Didn't work out. And, hey, obviously that was a huge point in the game. That was the one that put the Cardinals ahead for good. Let's take a timeout. Plenty of time ahead. We'll be here until 6 o'clock taking your calls. 355-NFL1, the number 355-6351. This is the Scoreboard Show on Jaguars Radio.
If something's been hurting, aching, or bothering you, don't ignore it any longer. It's time to take care of your health again. It's time to make an appointment with a Baptist Health primary care doctor or specialist. Call 904-202-4U to schedule a virtual visit or see a doctor in person at a Baptist Health location. The time for better health is here. Call 904-202, the number 4YOU, or visit getbetterjacks.com.
Any repeated physical activity puts stress on the body. Checking your phone, getting in the car, sitting at your desk, checking the phone, getting in your car, sitting at your desk, checking your phone for the 50th time today. If you do anything with regularity, you should get massaged with regularity. Massage Envy. Keep your body working.
Regular body work makes the body work with massage, skincare, and stretch. Come in today for more information or visit massageenvy.com for more details.
It's a force that can't be contained, propelled by purpose, pride, and the power to protect. When winning isn't just the mission, it's your passion. You pursue it. You make power plays. You pick your team. At Farrah & Farrah, we deliver game day energy 24/7. Jacksonville.
This is Ice-T, Stone Cold Steve Austin, and Matty Ice.
This is a cold call. I convinced NFL teams to turn to cold water washing with Tide.
The NFL, your uniforms get dirty.
Tide can handle it, even in cold. Plus, if fans join in, they can save up to $150 on their energy bill.
Looks like you just made the team, rookie. Turn to cold with Tide. And that's the bottom line.
It's got to be Tide. Energy savings based on average when switching from hot to cold and non-HE machines.
At ViStar, we believe in better. And that means treating people better with friendly, personal service that's kept our members happy since 1952. A smile and personal greeting when you enter the branch, an online or phone chat for those quick questions, and a call center that's open every day. If you believe that great service is better, join ViStar. Visit ViStarCU.org. All loans subject to approval, insured by NCUA.
This is Chantel Chark, wife of DJ Chark. Enter for your chance to win a once-in-a-lifetime experience with the Jaguars. Imagine being selected as a Jaguar for the day with prizes including a behind-the-scenes tour of the stadium, a personalized Jaguars jersey, club-level tickets to a Jaguars home game, and more. Look for details at Publix, where you can pick up all your game day needs, including Tide, Bounty, and Crest. Tackle everything in one stop. Available at Publix, where shopping is a pleasure.
The Jaguars Scoreboard Show. Scoreboard Show continues right now.
Welcome back to the Scoreboard Show. 31-19, the final. Cardinals over the Jaguars in Week 3. The Jags have dropped the first 3 of the season, and the Cardinals are now 3-0. JP Shadrick, Mike Dempsey, Bucky Brooks, NFL Network analyst with us. We're rehashing this one. By the way, this game had some weird things in it today, obviously. The kick six, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's 100.
Sure.
That's a weird one. Some strange kind of tip ball interception, the flea-flicker interception, and then it also had an official throwing a penalty flag and hitting a punt in the air and causing a muffed punt for Rondale Moore today, Bucky. I've never seen that in my life.
No, but the funny thing is, like, officials are part of the field, and so they're trying to do their job and do those things. It is weird. That is a random occurrence, one that many haven't seen, including myself.
Yeah, but that's one there. Ball's on the ground, opportunity.
Go get the ball.
Go get the ball, man. Set yourself up
Yes.
deep in Cardinal territory, and that you reminded me of that Hollister one. It's not all on Trevor Lawrence on those turnovers. Hollister doing the one thing you can't do, and I know it's an instinct. When you first of all catch it on the first time, you don't have to worry about it, but then once you bobble it, you're trying to keep it alive, but you bat it up right there, and at minimum, chip shot field goal attempt and possibly a touchdown on that drive. So cost you scoring opportunities.
Remember when Randy Johnson hit the bird with a pitch? It's kind of what it looked like. He hit the ball with a flag, and it destroyed and obliterated on the field.
Okay.
Unbelievable.
Interesting. The Hollister play is a big play because, look, we can talk about him catching it or whatever. Like it appeared that maybe he saw the impending defender out the corner of his eye and kind of flinched or turtled up a little bit. But, man, that's a critical turnover, man. Critical error in the red zone. You robbed the team of points. Those things hurt, man. Like they hurt because you have a really good drive and you're not able to cash in on it.
No doubt. All right, we've got Bucky Brooks here, so let's get back out to the phone lines with John and Callahan next up on the Scoreboard Show. Hi, John.
Hi, gentlemen. I hope the day finds you well. I was pleased with the way we played in the first half. I thought there were some missed opportunities, but I think we need to find a kicker because I don't think they have confidence in Lambeau anymore. They cannot count on him for a long field goal, much less an extra point. So I'll take a kicker that can get me a 40, 45-yard field goal and every extra point. Another thing, who knew Dewey Wingard would come up and be the light of the day? Thank God I saw that. It was wonderful, and I'm going to leave that with you gentlemen on a positive note. Have a good evening.
Thank you. Should I mention the missed tackle that immediately followed? Maybe not.
No, maybe not.
Look, Lambeau, Bucky, was that guy who was, not only was he automatic from 45, he was automatic from everywhere for a couple of years for the Jags, and that's how quickly it can go sometimes. But you would think, at best, the short week may save him, but I would imagine they're trying to fly some guys in quickly to have a couple of kicker workouts.
Yeah, you have to begin to explore that. Like, it was an issue in the preseason. It's continued to be an issue during the season, and we can express confidence in him. But at some point, man, it becomes detrimental to the squad. The confidence of the squad, looking at the kicker, continue to miss kicks. You then begin to call games differently because now you get in the red zone. You don't trust that you can get this guaranteed 3, so maybe you're over-aggressive trying to get the 7. And we never know how it impacts the psyche of the play caller and the players on the field, but it's certainly not a good thing. And like I heard from Jimmy Johnson a long time ago, once kickers start missing, you got them cut them because it's so hard for them to get out of the rut.
All right, with Bucky Brooks, 355-6351 will get you on board. Let's go to Rob, who just left the game a short time ago. Hi, Rob.
Hey, guys. 2 comments. You stole my thunder a little bit. Lambeau must go tonight. I don't care. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. He took the momentum completely out of the air of the stadium when he missed the extra point on the kickoff return. And it's unexcusable what he's doing as a kicker at this point. And then second, if Trevor is a rookie, so if he was supposed to throw the ball long on the flea-flicker, that's fine. Then he should have thrown the ball long on the flea-flicker. If checking it down should not have happened. And so they should have told him, no matter what, you sling the ball down the middle of the field if that's what the play was. You don't check that down. Those 2 calls right there, we lost the game on Lambeau, and we lost the game on the flea-flicker. And I'm furious. I am furious. We had the game in the bag. Defense was playing amazing, and I'm frustrated. I'll hang up.
Well, I'll say this: like J.J. Watt was in his face.
Right, he had no chance to throw the ball down the field.
There's no way.
But you eat it, or you make sure you throw it somewhere
to the
where
popcorn vendor.
You can't float it to the outside in that circumstance. So, and clearly they didn't have the game in the bag, or they would have had the W. There's no. It wasn't close to being in the bag with an offense that explosive, Bucky. But look, I get the frustration, certainly with Lambeau and the way that the result of that play ended up.
Yeah, look, you get the frustration because I don't know how many of us imagined that the Jaguars would be able to contain an offense that was explosive as that and really keep them under wraps for most of the day. Did a really good job with Kyler Murray. Yes, he made some plays, but for the most part, they didn't have the explosive plays that we've been seeing from this team. And so from a defensive standpoint, you did get a sense that they had the game under control, but you just can't give offenses like that extra opportunities. You can't gift that team points. And I'm sure the Cardinals walk out of the stadium knowing that they kind of snuck out of town with the win that maybe they shouldn't have walked away with.
Plenty ahead. We'll be here until 6 o'clock with your phone calls. 355-NFL-1, the number, 355-6351, recapping a Jaguars loss in Week 3. Cardinals 31, Jaguars 19. This is the Scoreboard Show on Jaguars Radio.
Why live with foot or ankle pain? If you have persistent pain, numbness, tingling, burning pain on the bottom of your foot, or swelling that doesn't improve with home treatment, it may be time to see Jacksonville Orthopedic Institute. Our foot and ankle specialists have innovative new options to help you get back in the swing of things without persistent pain that slows you down. Call JOI 2000 or go to joionline.net for an appointment.
You're working from home. So how do you connect with coworkers and clients? With RingCentral, the #1 global communication solution for business. RingCentral makes talking, texting, collaborating, and video calls easy. And it's all on one platform. And when we say everyone should be connected, we mean it. It's why we're giving RingCentral free to educators, health providers, and nonprofits. Learn more at ringcentral.com. Welcome to the new RingCentral.
At most sandwich places, asking for more of something is just part of the drill. But what if you never had to ask for more? What if more was just a given? At Daly's, more is what our sandwiches are built on. More meat, more cheese, more veggies, more quality, more taste. All for a price that's anything but more. Sandwiches from Dash, made fresh. Daly's.
This is Chantel Chark, wife of DJ Chark. Enter for your chance to win a once-in-a-lifetime experience with the Jaguars. Imagine being selected as a Jaguar for the day with prizes including a behind-the-scenes tour of the stadium, a personalized Jaguars jersey, club-level tickets to a Jaguars home game, and more. Look for details at Publix, where you can pick up all your game day needs, including Tide, Bounty, and Crest. Tackle everything in one stop. Available at Publix, where shopping is a pleasure.
Any repeated physical activity puts stress on the body. Checking your phone, getting in the car, sitting at your desk. Checking the phone, getting in your car, sitting at your desk. Checking your phone for the 50th time today. If you do anything with regularity, you should get massaged with regularity. Massage Envy. Keep your body working.
Regular body work makes the body work with massage, skin care, and stretch. Come in today for more information or visit massageenvy.com for more details.
This is Ice-T, Stone Cold Steve Austin, and Matty Ice.
This is a cold call. I convinced NFL teams to turn to cold water washing with Tide.
The NFL, your uniforms get dirty.
Tide can handle it, even in cold. Plus, if fans join in, they can save up to $150 on their energy bill.
Looks like you just made the team, rookie. Turn to cold with Tide. And that's the bottom line.
It's got to be Tide. Energy savings based on average when switching from hot to cold and non-HE machines.
The Jaguars Scoreboard Show continues right now.
We're back. The Scoreboard Show continues after a 31-19 Jaguars loss to the Cardinals. JP Shadrick, Mike Dempsey, and NFL Network analyst Bucky Brooks. Strong defensive effort early in the day, and then around the end of the third, into the fourth quarter, the game turned the wrong way. Unfortunately, the Jaguars fall. They lost the turnover battle 4-1 in this one. They're -8 for the season, and that's why the Jaguars are 0-3.
Yeah, I felt like last week was a game they could have won. I felt like this was one, Bucky, that they should have won. And easy to say. I mean, I'm sure the Cardinals felt that they should have won it as well, and they ended up winning it. But, I know it took the kick six to put them in that position, but they were in that position and playing well, and just feel like this is one that got away.
Yeah, it's definitely one that got away. One that you'll look back and it'll haunt you because there's just handful of plays. Everyone always talks about game comes down to 4 or 5 plays that you have to make to win it. And unfortunately for the Jaguars, didn't quite make enough plays. Turnover certainly didn't help. Some of the little breakdowns that led to extended drives, some of the first downs, things of that nature, you would like to correct, but look, man, you are what you are. Right now, you're sitting at 0-3. Whatever the streak is now, was it 18 games in a row?
Yes.
With losses. And so all of that kind of continues to build into the psyche of the team. And even though Coach Meyer and his staff and a lot of these players weren't necessarily a part of the 18 straight losses, like, look, it hangs over the franchise. And so it's one of those things that, man, until you get the monkey off your back, it's always going to be the conversation and talked about, and you have to deal with it,
All right, 904-355-NFL1 if you'd like to get on board here on the Scoreboard Show with Bucky Brooks. Let's go to Kyrie in Norfolk, Virginia once again. Kyrie.
Hey, how you guys doing today?
Great. What's up?
Oh, man, this one was tough. I'm not even going to lie to you. Like, at halftime, man, I was, literally, jumping for joy because I just felt like we haven't had that feeling in so long. And then that breakdown right before the end of the third, it was like we were up 2 scores, and then before the fourth quarter can start, we were down. Like, it just went out of control. And Trevor Lawrence, the offense and all, they got to wear this one, man. I don't care. I know the defense gave up some easy touchdowns, easy drives, but still, they played winning football. So the offense has to wear this one, man. And Trevor Lawrence, that interception, I'm sorry, rookie or not, that's inexcusable. You do not throw off your back foot, and if so, you throw that out of bounds, dude. How many times do you got to keep throwing these bad interceptions, man? Come on, it's time to learn from these things. And I get it, he's a rookie, but, dude, I really never thought that I'll be saying, I thought Trevor Lawrence would be the last reason why we would be losing games, man, but that really cost us, man. And this offense, man, we just got to capitalize on some stuff, guys. I'm sorry right now. I'm hurt, man.
Please.
I'll take y'all comments up there, man. I'm hurt, man. I'm sorry.
Oh,
Bucky, what do you say to that?
Man, I feel like he was speaking for me. I feel like he was in my gut, just spitting all the stuff that I had to come out. So I appreciate him basically saying, I felt like I was on the therapy couch. He's right, though. Look, the game was so exciting because at the first half, you go into halftime, you're up. Then you go up and have a double-score lead, a 2-score lead. You're feeling real good. Now, you're going to have to deal with a wave of momentum from the Arizona Cardinals because they're just so good. They're so talented and explosive on offense that you're going to have to deal with that. You knew they were going to get back in the game, particularly with that quarterback that they have over there. That said, it is a game where you'll look back and you'll pour over the film and you'll say, man, we let that one slip. Man, we had opportunities to go ahead and put this game away. We had chances to win this game. It was a huge game, a huge statement win for the organization and all those things, but we didn't. So now what you have to do is you have to have that honest conversation very quickly. Hey, what can we learn from it? How can we get better? But then you got to turn your eyes towards Cincinnati because on a Thursday night, tomorrow, Monday, you're right back to game planning. So there's not a lot of time to dwell on the outcome of this game because you got to cast your eyes to Cincinnati because the Cincinnati Bengals are playing really good football.
Quick turnaround, too. A road trip Thursday night. You're flying out of here on Wednesday, and all of a sudden on the field Thursday night on the banks of the Ohio River. That's a tight one, but, you go right back to it, and then you're right back in the grind again, and you're just putting the blinders on and going at that point, right, Bucky?
Yeah, no, you have to get right back to it. And because it's such a short week, it'll be interesting to see what Coach Meyer does when it comes to the practice schedule coming from college and understanding sports science and the best way to get your team ready to play. A lot of time as a player, you don't start feeling great after a game, a hard-hitting game, until Wednesday, really Thursday. So now you have to play on Thursday. So what do they do on the field? What kind of things can they do to get the team physically feeling right? And what can he do to mentally get this team in the right frame of mind to be able to go out and win on a Thursday night? That is the challenge that lies before Urban Meyer. He has to figure out the best way to get the physical and mental right for the Jaguars players as they take on a really tough team.
Jaguars fall to the Cardinals 31-19. This is the Scoreboard Show, 355-6351. We go back out to the line. Zach, you're next up here on the Scoreboard Show with Bucky Brooks. Go ahead. Hello, Zach.
Hey, this is Zach.
Yeah,
hey, this is
you're
Zach.
on the air.
Hey, thanks, y'all. Left the game earlier, and I'm just wondering why we didn't run the ball more. Man, you got James Robinson scoring on that drive, running the ball, and then we don't go back to it. And then 2 drives. What are we doing? Why are we not running the ball? Last thing I want to say, this every other drive, Carlos Hyde comes in. That nonsense needs to stop. Put your number one running back in. Put James Robinson in. That's all I got to say. I'll take your comments off air. Thanks, guys.
Appreciate it, Bucky. There's, Robinson carried the load most of last season. We all remember that. What about this Robinson-Hyde combo?
I understand it. Now, I think what you want to do is if you're feeling good about James Robinson, and you should feel good after today's game. If you're Urban Meyer, he hadn't necessarily been your feature back before, but now you're looking at him, you're seeing the impact that he has when he gets more touches. Yeah, you can tweak that rotation. Like you can make it where, hey, James is going to play the first two, then maybe Hyde can rotate in, or hey, Hyde, just look and pay attention to Robinson. When he taps his helmet, you can go in there for a couple plays, but then when he's ready, he's going to go back in the mix, whatever that is, because you had a situation where your best 11 need to be on the field more often than not. And so James Robinson is one of the best 11 on their offense. They got to make sure that he is on the field. More importantly, they got to make sure that he touches the rock.
Well, look, he touched it 21 times. Carlos Hyde got 8 touches, and on those 8 touches, they were all on the ground. He averaged 5.5 yards a carry. It's not like Carlos Hyde's coming in there and gumming up the works and getting stuffed in the backfield all day. Yeah. I mean, he is running well when given the opportunity.
He had an 18-yarder today, but it was.
I mean, but that's part of the mix, right? I mean, you're not going to take away the 21-yarder from James Robinson that factors into his 5.9 yards a carry. Correct. So I mean. Look, I get it. James Robinson is the starter. I think he is the better player. But Carlos Hyde has produced this year when they've given him the football. It doesn't make the impact in the passing game like James Robinson does, Bucky.
No, and I think one of the things that the caller alluded to was you have James Robinson go in and he scores the touchdown. Then it appears that it took a little while for the Jaguars to go back to him. And I will say that sometimes as a play caller, you get enamored with your play sheet and you forget about the players. And he just always has to remember, who are my best players? Someone on the headset should remind him, hey, it's been a minute since James Robinson has gotten a touch. Let's make sure we get him a carry to stay on top of it, because Del Bravo has a lot that he's managing, right? He's managing what are the best plays, how do I run this game through the quarterback, while also trying to be aware of what the other primary playmakers are doing or haven't done. It's a lot. So someone just needs to tap him on the shoulder and whisper in his ear, like, hey, man, it's been a little minute. We need to keep James Robinson involved. Those things have to be prioritized. So it just has to be expressed that, hey, let's make sure we keep him on priority throughout the game.
A little less than 15 minutes to go in the scoreboard show. If you don't get in here, the fifth quarter is coming up at 6 o'clock tonight. The Jaguars fall in week number 3, 31-19 to the Arizona Cardinals. Our final thoughts and some final calls ahead. It's the Scoreboard Show on Jaguars Radio.
Committed to the team. Committed to the mission. At Navy Mutual, we're committed to providing high-quality life insurance to members of the military and their families. So our policies have no fine print and no military service restrictions. We don't work on commission. We're nonprofit, so we pass the savings along to our members. Because at Navy Mutual, our highest commitment is to you. Visit NavyMutual.org. Navy Mutual, insuring those who serve.
We all want to look and feel our best, so why not take the next step with a consultation with Dr. Patrick Basil, board-certified plastic surgeon. Offering a variety of wellness, skincare, and aesthetic treatment options, you can look better, feel more confident, and transform into your best self. They offer the most advanced, innovative treatments in a modern, patient-centered environment. Learn more at TransformJax.com. That's TransformJax.com or call 904-222-6262.
At most sandwich places, asking for more of something is just part of the drill. But what if you never had to ask for more? What if more was just a given? At Daly's, more is what our sandwiches are built on. More meat, more cheese, more veggies, more quality, more taste. All for a price that's anything but more. Sandwiches from Dash, made fresh. Daly's.
This is Ice-T, Stone Cold Steve Austin, and Matty Ice.
This is a cold call. I convinced NFL teams to turn to cold water washing with Tide.
The NFL, your uniforms get dirty.
Tide can handle it, even in cold. Plus, if fans join in, they can save up to $150 on their energy bill.
Looks like you just made the team, rookie. Turn to cold with Tide.
And that's the bottom line.
It's got to be Tide. Energy savings based on average when switching from hot to cold and non-HE machines.
So we had a problem with our office IT systems a few months back. And of course, I don't want the boss getting upset about it, since she still hasn't forgiven me for last month's wardrobe malfunction. So I did the smart thing and called Sassine's Office Systems. They've provided top-notch IT solutions and services since 1981, including Ricoh copiers, printers, and mailing solutions. They even handle wide-format printers and electronic document storage, which is important since my boss still hasn't forgiven me for the birthday cake incident. Best of all, Sassine's Office Systems has flexible support programs, certified field techs, and fast, friendly service for one flat monthly fee. And saving money is always a good thing, especially since my boss still hasn't forgiven me for my parachute pants presentation. I was actually wearing parachute pants.
Trust Sassine's Office Systems to handle your IT equipment and office systems, including Ricoh-connected copiers and printers. Learn more at sassines.com. That's SISSINES.com.
The Jaguars Scoreboard Show continues right now.
Welcome back to the Scoreboard Show. Our final moments will be here until 6 o'clock sharp, the fifth quarter. They're standing by to take more of your calls into the evening after a Jaguars loss in Week 3, 31-19. JP Shadrick, Mike Dempsey, Bucky Brooks, and
Steve in Orange Park coming up
Thank
next
you.
to here at 355 NFL 1. Steve, you are on the Scoreboard Show with Bucky Brooks. Go ahead.
Awesome, guys. You know, I've been an inaugural season ticket holder from the get-go. From 95, I'm there. And I've watched, now I called you guys last week about what we didn't do as far as throwing the ball 15, 20 yards every time. But, you know, this week, I tell you, I got a lot better feeling, and all the Jags fans who come together, I tell you, I feel a lot better about football. And regardless of where the offense is, the defense is jam up, jelly tight, and hopefully the Jag fans come on because we're all at the game, or at least some of us are at the game. And you know what? Back us because it's coming. I believe it, and hopefully Jacksonville believes it as well. Good night.
Hey, good night.
A little positivity
and good
in the
luck.
show.
Yeah, I like it. I like it, Buck.
Look positive. Yeah, look, at these moments is when you have to be really, really positive with your team. And it's one of the things that people get annoyed with Coach Meyer's pressers and his comments. But he understands when confidence is fragile and low, you have to be really, really positive. And that's why he has been so upbeat the last couple of days and couple of weeks when he talks to the squad. And so he's going to have to dig in the bag and really get them going and get them in the right frame of mind on a turnaround on Thursday. And so this would be one of the toughest turnarounds and gigs and in terms of finding motivation to get the team right. He's going to have to dig deep. He's going to have to scour all those books on the bookshelf to see if he can find some inspirational quotes and some motivation to get the team ready to play.
Yeah, and I will, to the point that Steve made, I don't know if I agree quite that the defense is jam up and jelly tight yet, but
first half they were.
I thought, certainly in the first half, and I thought overall they did a really nice job today, Bucky, for a team coming in, running up the score the way that the Arizona Cardinals have been able to do. They got some late points here and scored 24 offensively because they got the pick six. Overall, defense did play good enough football in today's NFL that you could have expected to win that football game. But they've got to find some answers here to get Trevor Lawrence through some of these early rookie kinks, and get those ironed out a little bit, Buck. If they could just cut down on those turnovers, even by half right now, you feel like they'd be giving themselves a much better chance.
Yeah, Dan, but obviously that's one of the areas where you have to work on. And to be honest, you only can fix one area at a time. And so I would think the number one area that the Jaguars have to work on is the turnovers, because the turnovers are the biggest deciding factor in games in terms of who wins and who loses. So got to fix the turnover problem. You got to make sure everyone understands to take care of the ball. Ball security needs to be behind all drills. You have to talk to the quarterback constantly, make sure he understands whatever it's the red light, yellow light, green light system when it comes to passes. He has to understand, hey, this is going to be a little tighter window, so the odds go up for interception, and he has to balance those things in accordingly. And so we'll see. It's another one. I mean, we talk about the 24-hour rule. You got 24 hours to kind of deal with whatever you just experienced, and then you move on to the next. And so Jaguars lick their wounds for another, 12, 14, 16 hours, and then they got to turn their focus to Cincinnati.
It's on to Cincinnati for the Jacksonville Jaguars. The Bengals got a win today over the Steelers, 24-10 the final score. Burrow was 14 of 18 passing, 172 yards, 3 touchdown passes, 1 interception. 2 of those touchdown passes went to Jamar Chase, 1 to Boyd, and the Bengals just kind of slowed things down. And Pittsburgh actually gained some yardage in this game, but Big Ben threw a couple of picks. And Steelers were a 2-touchdown loser today at home against Cincinnati. So the Bengals are now 2-1, Bucky.
Bengals are 2-1, and they absolutely demolished the Pittsburgh Steelers today. Whooped them from beginning to end. And offensively, Joe Mixon has talked about this offense, and he calls them the Fantastic Five. T. Higgins, himself, Tyler Boyd. You think about Jamar Chase. Joe Burrow, they can put points up on the board. And they were able to put points on the board. Joe Burrow stayed clean. He's getting his confidence and his swag back. And so it's a dangerous deal. And then defensively, they find a way to make it very, very difficult on the quarterback. And so this is going to be a very tough game on a short week. And so we'll see what they can come up with, what Urban Meyer and the team can come up with, because it's a huge challenge this week.
Keep in mind, they lost a very close one to Chicago, and they whooped Pittsburgh without T. Higgins today, who did not play in that football game. So, Burrow coming into his own maybe a little bit quicker here in the second year coming off the ACL than even people would have thought. So, yeah, dangerous team. And we know this. They're going to go into Thursday night as fired up as you can imagine. They're looking at this as their coming out party, Bucky, for a national audience right here. It's at home. They're going to fully go into this game expecting to win. Not that the Jags can't. They certainly hung with the Arizona Cardinals today, and we thought that would be the tougher of the two opponents. But not going to get any easier for Jacksonville. Nobody's going to lay down for them, that's for sure.
No one cares. No one cares about the streak. No one cares about what's going on in your locker room. The only thing they care about is that you're 0-3 and you're coming in the building. For the Cincinnati Bengals, it's a party. It's a party with a national audience, having an opportunity to see the new version of the Bengals, their fancy quarterback, their new rookie wide receiver in Jamar Chase, Tyler Boyd and Joe Mixon and all those guys. They're going to be locked and loaded to let the football world know that they're for real. And so for all the energy that Jacksonville is going to bring, they're going to have to up the ante, because Cincinnati is going to be excited because they don't get many national games, and all eyes will be on this team. And so it's show and prove.
Bucky, what you got coming up this week? Busy week ahead?
Yeah, busy week ahead. It's always busy. Got Jaguars on Thursday. We are rehearsing on Amazon Prime because we'll start doing that later in the year. I think the following week we'll start doing that. Then I'm just writing a bunch. Got some stuff going up on Jaguars.com talking about this game.
Yeah, I like that. You'll be on Huddle Up on Wednesday afternoon. And take us through the Amazon Prime stuff. That started last year, right? You and Move the Sticks, right?
Yeah, DJ, Daniel Jeremiah, Joy Taylor, and myself, we are hosting the Scouts feed on Amazon Prime. And so if you want a second screen experience where you have the game on the TV, but you want to hear a little different commentary, Daniel Jeremiah and Joy Taylor and I will just be kind of chopping it up, kind of like 3 at a bar, just hanging out, talking ball.
I think the Mannings took their idea from you guys.
I mean, they might have taken it, but it's working for them. I'm not mad. Plenty of ideas to go around.
Flattery. Yeah, that's what that
imitation.
is. That's what that is. We'll look forward to that. So when's the first official one, Buck?
First official one is next week. Okay, next
so
Thursday
not
night.
this Thursday, but next Thursday night. So a good run through coming up this week, and see if the Jaguars can give you a good game to talk about on Amazon Prime Thursday night. We'll talk to you as the week goes along, Bucky. Appreciate it as always. Thanks for taking the calls tonight.
Hey, thanks for having me on, guys.
Thanks, Buck.
Bucky Brooks out of here, NFL Network analyst. Man, this is a tough one.
Yeah, it was.
They had it. They had the lead. They had a 2-score lead, 9-point lead, and then
we were like Stephen Orange Park, man. We were all running around high-fiving at halftime.
Boy,
fantastic.
The kick six, you'd have thought it was Mardi Gras in here. It was unbelievable, and in the studio in here. But and then they take that 9-point lead on the Robinson touchdown. But Give the Cardinals credit. They answered right back with that quick 2-minute drive, 2 minutes, 12 seconds, 5 plays, boom, down the field. Here we go. Connor touchdown, 2-point game. Then it's like, okay, a little close for comfort. Then the interception on the flea-flicker goes back for a touchdown, and that was it.
Yep.
Momentum turned at that point. The game was not the same from there.
Happens that fast.
It does happen that fast, unfortunately. And now the Jaguars have to pick up the pieces. They'll head to Cincinnati Thursday night for the Thursday night football matchup against the Bengals. Coming up in about 1 minute, it's the 5th quarter. Hacker, Leon Searcy, they'll take your calls for the next 2 hours, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Absolutely. 2 hours of phone calls ahead. Recapping this one today, the Jaguars are 0-3, short week ahead. Thanks to our entire crew, Linda Fortunato on the phones, Tony Smith on the audio, our entire Jaguars.com crew on the video. For Mike Dempsey, Joe Fortunato, I'm JP Shadrick. Thank you for listening. We'll catch you next time. This has been the Scoreboard Show on Jaguars Radio.